Hello, my friends. It's Thursday. It is the 18th, right, of July 2024. And going to finish up my tea, and we're going to talk about of Course in Miracles from a yogic perspective, or maybe tie the two together if I'm able to, get these two thought systems to flow together. And what I want to talk about is yogic psychology, the kleshas, or the five afflictions of the mind that keep us bound in a world of suffering. Um, and these are ignorance, our sense of I-ness, ego. Um, by the way, when I say ignorant or ignorance, I'm sorry, I don't mean that in the view of intelligence whatsoever. It is the ignorance that we are caught up, that we're bound in a cycle of suffering that is not of our own making. However, we do have the opportunity when we see it, when we are aware, to navigate our way out of it. But we can't do it until we see it, until we bring that lens of awareness to that, dispelling the ignorance. And then we have the sense of I-ness, the belief that we are a small, separate identity. That would be in the language of A Course in Miracles. Yoga would say something like egotism, or a belief in a separate egoic self. And then we have our attachments. We are caught up in the things that we are attached to thought-wise. We're attached to our opinion. We're attached to our beliefs. We're attached to our system of thought without ever examining it. And then we have our aversions, the opposite of attraction, the things that we are averse to, other people's opinions, other people's beliefs, other people's thoughts. And we can just keep taking both of those deeper and deeper and deeper into the psychological realm that bounds us to the suffering of the world. And then we have our fear of death. So those are the five kleshas, or the five afflictions of yoga. They are what cause our suffering. And the way out of suffering in the yogic tradition is to become aware of those. And through that awareness, just the simple observation, the fact that we now know that they exist, begins to lessen our suffering quite a bit. Now, in terms of A Course in Miracles, A Course in Miracles would say that these are the things that are the cause of our projections. And they would break it down to only one: fear. Although we could say that all of the five afflictions actually are bound within fear. And that's what we're projecting out. And A Course in Miracles, it's almost like a direct path. It's almost, yoga, what we want to work through, energetically speaking, through meditation, through pranayama, through the asanas, through the practice of the yamas and niyamas, the ethical restraints and personal observances, as well as withdrawal of the senses. All of that, we come to a greater sense of awareness of how the mind works, and it loosens the ties to the five afflictions. So we're more spacious. We have room to navigate. A Course in Miracles says, forgive your projections, because all of these things are thought-based. They don't exist. It doesn't mean they don't have an effect on us. It means really they don't exist. Let's take our belief in a small separate self. That's just a thought. And a thought has to be continuously recalled within the present moment to even be in the realm of possibilities. What if we forgave that thought? What if we just saw it as a thought and let it go? Where would we be? What would happen? That's the art of forgiveness. So that's bringing together yogic psychology, the five kleshas, the five afflictions, and I want to say simplifying the path. Recognize that those afflictions are causing our projections, and forgive the projections. That's it. Simply forgive the projections. So we could say the yogic path of A Course in Miracles. Maybe I'm stretching it. Maybe I'm stretching my love for yoga with my love for A Course in Miracles. However, It works for me. I love those 2 simple steps. However whatever their source, wherever they come about, I love the fact that I recognize them as projections and I heal them through forgiveness. Again, I'm not forgiving myself. I'm not forgiving other people. I am forgiving the illusion that these afflictions are causing me to suffer. And in that forgiveness, I'm released from the suffering itself. Something to consider, something I've been considering. Regardless, I will keep practicing yoga because I love it. I will keep meditating because I love it. I will keep doing breath work because I love it. And I will keep forgiving and forgiving and forgiving because it works for me and because I love it. And guys, I love you too. Take care.